Hey guys, Eric Su here with GoalityLife.com, where I help people live incredibly fit every day. Hey, before I begin, if you are new to the channel, welcome. I look forward to sharing more information with you just like this, so remember to subscribe and hit the like button and notification button if you want more videos just like this. And if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. I know you'll get a lot of value out of this. Alright, so I wanted to talk about today how to live incredibly fit every day. And something I talk about, and something that you may be wondering, well, what that's all about, okay? And when I was thinking about this topic, I came up with 3 specific areas on how to define living incredibly fit every day means, okay? And as you can see, number 1 is mindset, and number 2 is time, and number 3 is resources. And I believe in these 3 because these are the 3 foundational pieces that we all must have, so that on this journey of living healthy and incredibly fit every day, we can actually accomplish that. You know, as I was thinking about this, it reminds me of some great clients I've had in the past, and I'm drawing from their experience as well as my experience with them to come up with this particular I guess formula, if you will, so that whenever you're thinking about starting a new health journey, whenever you're starting about, I want to get in shape, anything like that, we need to kind of boil it back down, simplify things, and we need to be able to kind of just have a roadmap, if you will. And these are the 3 pieces that like I said, I've come to conclude that the most successful people had, and they implemented to achieve their results. And so let me break it down for you guys a little bit so that you guys understand where I'm coming from, and so that you guys could also follow this as well. Okay, and so I wanted to first talk about mindset. Okay, and mindset to me is everything up here, right? And when we're talking about how to develop it, you can always read books, you can always get inspiration from others, and so on. And I think it's very important that we have a good mindset. But let me just break it down into 3 pieces, okay? Number 1, okay, self-belief. So many of us actually go into a health journey and try to get in shape, or get that physique, lose that weight, anything that you're thinking of, right? And they go into it believing that it's not going to be possible, or if it is possible, it's not a very strong belief. Okay, and so we have to remember that self-belief is a strong mindset that we need to develop. It's like a muscle, right? And it comes with experience, it comes with affirmations, it comes with people telling you that you're doing well, right? And I think seeing those outcomes, if you will, responses, I think it goes a long way, right? But this self-belief doesn't just come overnight, okay? It comes with time, it comes with experience, and we all need to develop. I need to develop it, right? And so that self-belief is very, very important. Okay, number 2. I'm going to call it vision, okay? And vision is basically how you see the future, right? How do you see where you are going to be in a month? How do you see where you're going to be in 2 months, 3 months, a year away, right? How are you going to feel? How are you going to see yourself? And it's the vision that's most important. And I find that if you can make that happen, and always have that picture in mind, some people will call it a vision board or something like that. It's knowing the end result, knowing the end game, knowing where you want to be at a certain amount of time, knowing where you want to how you want to feel at a certain time, right? All those things add up, and if we lose sight of that, I think our path, our journey is going to be a tough one, right? I've always said that going on this journey alone is the hardest thing. And so if you can see yourself with some other people, surround yourself with other people, I mean, that's going to give you a proper mindset, and all that's going to help you in the long run, right? And so having that vision is very key. And number three was having an attitude. So many times there are things that happen to us, life happens to us, you know the phrase, and how we react to it, how we see it, our attitude towards it makes all the difference, right? And you can have a negative attitude and then your day is shot. You can have a positive attitude and nothing can penetrate you, right? And so having that attitude, you know, for example, right? So you had a bad day, missed your workout, and you know, you had all these things planned, and you feel like your plan's shot or whatever. And if you saw that particular scenario differently, your attitude, you could possibly, you know, get out of that that mindset, and in doing so, you probably will be able to move forward the next day, right? And so having that attitude is going to go so far for you, right? And so combining all three, just to summarize, I just want to, you know, touch on these briefly and not belabor the point, but having all three of these is very powerful, right? Knowing that you can do it, your self-belief, having that vision so that the end game, the long-term vision is going to pull you instead of push you, and then you having that attitude so that at any moment that you can, you know, you experience something, you can pull yourself out and get back on track, right? And having the attitude. So mindset is very key, okay? Now, I do also want to talk about time. So it seems to me that a lot of people have a busy schedule. And because of this busy schedule, it's going to be very hard for people to fit in a workout, fit in activity. And, you know, there's something that I give to some of my clients who continually tell me they have no time, is like a time scheduler worksheet, which basically means is that you're going to, so number one, actually schedule. Okay, what you're basically doing with this schedule is you're trying to find blocks of periods of time that's possible to do some type of activity. I really believe that there is at least 5 minutes for some people, maybe more. Obviously, it would be better to do something, right? And usually starts out with 5, 10, maybe 15 minutes of some type of activity that you could find in your schedule. Okay. And in doing so, I think that then you start becoming sort of a person who can figure things out in terms of scheduling, in terms of fitting things in, and I think having a schedule can really help. Okay, number two, knowing how many minutes. Okay. Now, knowing how many minutes per week, or having set a goal of how many minutes per week, would be also really a good way to establish time. Many people will start thinking about how many days, although I think I've figured that minutes might be better, because at the end of the day, it's how many minutes you put in, not how many days, right? Because the way I see it is that if you select 3 days, you could say Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but then nothing really happens on those days, and then you're at 0 minutes. However, if you look at it in terms of minutes, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 10, 10, 10, you kind of have a specific amount of time to fill. And more people, I think, if they approach it this way, knowing how many minutes per week, they're more open to saying, okay, I can allot or give myself 10 minutes, and move forward from there. So figuring that out is really important. Okay, and then the other thing here is I want to talk about your quickies. Quickies workouts. Okay, so what this means here is like, so let's just say that you did schedule for 30 minutes, okay, and things happen, life happens, like I said, and you only have 20 minutes, 15 minutes, because of the life happens. Well, you have an alternative quickie workout to fit that time period, so you don't lose the entire day, if you will, if that makes sense. And so creating quickie workouts is a time saver, because instead of skipping the whole day because you were planning something for 30 minutes, well, that may not happen. And so boom, you have this plan B workout, if you will. And so that quickie workout fits in for a lot of people. And I know when I kind of give this alternative to people, they really like it. And so it's something to think about. All right, so the last area is resources, as you can see here. And so this is a big excuse too, which is not many people have equipment, okay, which is number one. Okay, and so we're talking about dumbbells, we're talking about bands, we're talking about machines, ellipticals, you name it, okay? And having equipment around is awesome, because like there's no excuses. If you have it around and you do have some time, then you can perhaps use the equipment for a few minutes or whatever, and be active. And I think that's a great thing to have access to. And so, but at the same time, I have to say that when you don't have no equipment and your resources are low, there's not going to be much happening, right? Let's just be honest. So what I'm trying to say here is like having some type of equipment, whether it be light dumbbells or bands or something like that for resistance, is awesome. Cardiovascular training is fairly easy if you have a small step, or if you just want to go outdoors, if you're able to, that's awesome to do cardio. And there's a lot of indoor stuff that you can do, like Zumba and stuff. But anyhow, and that's the big thing here. And then number two, a resource of gym. Right? Do you have access to a gym? Do you have a park district? Do you have an area where you can go to exercise, where they have equipment for you? Okay, and so having access to that would be key. Gyms are very inexpensive nowadays, and I find that there's so many options too, and so there's no excuses to find one and whatnot. The only struggle is usually getting there, right? 50% of the work is getting prepared, and then 50% is actually getting there. But anyhow, gyms are really important. So having one is good. I really feel like having access is awesome. Now, the other resource people may be overlooking is personal trainers. Okay, so personal trainers are people who have experience, who have knowledge, who have seen a lot of things and can help somebody figure things out. Okay, sometimes I'll equate personal trainers to accountants who know the numbers and laws and taxes and so forth, right? Could you work out on your own? Yeah. Could you do your own taxes? Yes. Would it be easier to have someone who knows the tax laws and so forth help you with your taxes? Absolutely. In other words, having someone who has worked out before and understands how to exercise, that would help you out, right? And so personal trainers kind of fall in the same category of external help or resource that can really excel your progress. And I think that having a personal trainer or hiring someone for even a short period of time can really benefit you, okay? And so having access to the personal trainers. And the last resource I think is really cool too is the online let's go workouts. Okay, and so online workouts. Great resource. Why? Because they're accessible. I think that YouTube is great. Some of the other platforms out there have workouts online and so forth, and you can find this stuff easily. Right nowadays, 2020, you can do almost any type of workout you want and find it online. Okay, and so online workouts, very great option for people and as a great resource. Okay, and if there's one thing that I want to really say about the online workouts, just be sure that the workout you're doing, you have the proper equipment and that you fully understand what the person is doing so that you don't injure yourself. Okay? Awesome. So just to real quickly summarize what we talked about here today, it takes three things: your mindset, your time, and good resources to really live incredibly fit every day. Okay, and that's what I wanted to summarize with you guys and kind of break it down for you guys as to what it takes. And also, I wanted to just mention too, real quick here, that I am doing a free webinar. Okay, that I want to share with you how you guys can take advantage of living incredibly fit every day, where I'll reveal my 3 secrets about that topic. I'm going to put the link in the description below so that you can register for this free webinar. I'm going to dive deeper into all these things and help you guys get out of that mindset maybe of I can't do it, and maybe help you guys with some time related things, as well as figure out some of these resources for you that you can work with so that you get the maximum outcomes with the effort that you're putting in. Okay, and so it's really going to be great. I'm going to put the link in the description below, like I said, and hopefully you guys register for it and come out and learn, and it's all free, like I said. I will be offering something at the end just to be fully transparent so that you guys can get access to that, but it's going to be worth the time to show up and to take a look at. Okay, so hope you guys are doing well, and if you like this video, remember to subscribe, hit the like button, and remember, hit the notification button so you can get future videos just like this, and I'll talk to you guys later.